There we go. Audio should be working. Hey everyone, I'm just gonna be trying the hardest difficulty in Hellish Court, in the arcade mode, and see what that's about. The key change that was made, from what I understand, we'll see. I'm completely blind going into this, but oh yeah, it's good that it's working on my phone. But anyway, um, the key change, from what I understand, is that you can no longer, with the highest difficulty that is, you can no longer stun lock the boss. I think a lot of people were able to cheese it that way, and it's on the one hand, I get why you can do so in the less difficult difficulties, but I think it adds a lot of immersion that you can't just stun lock someone in armor. Because that's one of the key aspects of being armored. It's the fact that the armor actually protects you and you're sort of impervious to that sort of thing, especially from a sword. So I really like that this mode exists. And yeah, I wonder if Kubel could do something interesting with the whether you hit the gaps or not, whether that does more damage or what have you. Um, that might already be in the game, actually, come to think of it. I haven't really experimented with that, but there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do with that armor. But it's really good that now we're at a stage where like the hits don't stun him necessarily. And because he's wearing armor, Samuel, that is, that makes a whole lot of sense. I don't know how that affects the unarmored fights, though. That'd be interesting to see. But that would add difficulty either way. So I'm gonna play some Tartar music to start. We'll work from there. We'll play some other stuff as we go, but that's what we'll start with. Let me just make sure it's looped. It is looped, alright. And I can earn some ducats. I might unlock that new Yon skin, too, that he added. I'll stick with my main. Oh, so he changed the whole thing, too. So he tells you how much ducats you can earn. So it's not really worth playing this, is it? From that perspective, from the perspective of earning ducats. But, it's an easier game mode for players who struggle with the game, so that's good. So this is 8 opponents, 5 morale. So same as the original hardest difficulty, but yeah, you get -2 for every loss. Boss does not react to armor hits. Okay, so that's a nice distinction. He reacts perhaps if you get at the gaps, you might be able to stun him still. You get a really good hit in that hits somewhere where there's not armor, but otherwise, he doesn't even react to the armor hits. I don't know if it probably damages him still, just the same, but he does not react to those sorts of hits, so that's really good. This is how real armored fighting goes. Of course, you can't get all the aspects of armored fighting right in a game like this. There's a whole complex grappling system you'd have to add. It's just not possible, but this is a really good start, and I think Kubel's doing, for the most part, everything you can in a platformer game like this to get armored fighting right. And you have to wonder, would it be fun in a game setting if armored fighting was totally accurate? I actually do not think it would be. But I think you can add plenty of realism elements into it to add fun to the game for sure. Make it so the armor actually works for starters. That's always nice. Unlike games like For Honor that are really arcadey. Let's see how this goes. We start with a double. Double. That's embarrassing. Yeah, that forward Y with Alex, depends on the foot that's forward. Sometimes it's a little bit slow and doesn't have the reach you might expect. So I gotta be wary of that. Sometimes it's better to actually do the neutral Y. Oh, he's alive? What? I cut half his face off, bro. Come on. That's a double. That's like half his face just completely off. Yeah, on this difficulty, the AI is actually pretty good. compared to the AI I'm used to. There it is. Not a great start, but we got it. Not warmed up at all, very early in the morning. Curious how the boss will go then, though. That's not a good sign if I'm struggling here. There we go. Isabella is not the best matchup. The AI is actually doing some cancels, I'm noticing. Got a damage trade there. It's not good. Oh, my cut didn't register. That's not good. That was a pretty clean hit to the head that didn't register. Should have been like a double or something, probably. Yeah, I looked it back there. That moved her head and everything. And there's the lightsaber, Isabella. Oh, man. Yeah, that's the other struggle you have. Also the stabbing, but the AI's not really doing stabbing, just a lot of good cuts. Alright, you got a hit in. Oh, okay, I guess we're even then. The AI had some BS happen to it, too. So I'll take the win, but yeah, given that we're even now, as far as bullshit. Some of the physics in this game are pretty crisp, though. You just have occasionally some weird moments like that. Yeah, and he reaches past the auto guard. That was nicely done by the AI. And that's what I keep telling people. People say auto guard's OP. I mean, right there, I was just trying to defend, and he got right through. So, if you can't deal with auto guard, it's a you problem at this point. Especially if the taunting and all the cancels you can do, and yeah, there's just all sorts of complex stuff that'll happily get past the defensive player if you play it right. I gotta get more aggressive, possibly, just in an intelligent way of anything. Overthinking it slightly, I think. Yeah, thankfully AI Yendrik is not really good. You can just exploit the fact that Yendrik does not really have much of a guard, and for the most part hit him with impunity. There he managed to destroy my foot there. Alright, this shouldn't be too hard. Again, the AI doesn't understand the combos that you use a lot of the time. That said, he didn't do too bad there. Yeah, he forced a double. But often that's one way you can overwhelm the AI. A player would not let me do that with impunity if they were sharp. Oh, that was actually kind of intense there. But I'm getting my rhythm, getting warmed up, so hang in there. Oh, my cut didn't land. My thrust did, though. Oh no! Nice try. That was actually a good move to try grabbing from. That was good by the AI. Very good, but I kind of predicted it, so just in time. That's why I moved back. Yeah, that was actually well done by Calc. It just wasn't good enough. Okay, the AI is actually playing that well. Alright. Gotta be a little bit careful not to walk onto that point. Yeah, again, perfect response by the AI instead of pursuing long guard, which would have gotten the blade beat. The AI went to neutral guard, so that was good. The AI Marta, you can more or less just get really close in and start swinging. You'll find a way past eventually. And Marta just doesn't have very good tools for close range combat because of her weapon. Gideon, alright, this is kind of 50-50, as far as matchup anyway. Yeah, and that's another good way to get past auto guard. You just test it a little bit, and then you go for a slightly different angle, and you'll get past, especially someone like Gideon. And I let him get too close there. That's the main struggle for me in this matchup, usually, against a player. Another hit. Let's see if this works. I'm just curious. Alright, he blocked it and tried to grab me. Yeah, the AI's not doing too bad. Oof. Ah, no, my blade got caught. Relaxed a bit too much. There we go, right past the auto. Yeah, each of those deaths cost me quite a bit, so this... I gotta remember I can't stun him with the thrust unless I get at a gap, so... That's gonna be the key. I've gotta fence really intelligently. We've all seen the cutscene, so I'll try and skip it. I have a video showcasing it, and you can always get the game if you don't know. Oh no. Yeah. Not to mention the fact that AI is really good with Samuel. Like, I'm gonna have some trouble. Yep. Yep. On reflex, I tried stabbing him, but that's not gonna work. Unless I jam it into his armpit or something. Alright. Oh no. With Samuel's recovery too, that might be trouble. But no, this is deliberately hard, so. Oh no. He can push you too, that's scary. That's scary, man. Yeah, you can ignore hits and just grab you or push you. And the AI is actually pretty good at that. That's something you gotta hand to the AI, regardless of what you think about it. Oh no. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose my first run here. I made too many mistakes. Oh, yeah, see, he can... That's the thing. A lot of my blows are aimed at his armor, so... He's being really intelligent with that and using that armor to tank hits and then just get a quick hit on me. And Samuel is even faster than he used to be, thanks to buffs, so I gotta be really careful with that. Landless, what? Anyway. Apparently I'm landless now. And it's two Nimchas, too. I'm kind of insulted that he put two Nimchas there for landless. I'm not gonna lie. Because the Nimcha is actually probably my favorite saber in this game. I'm sure that's not surprising. Oh, well. Alright, let's try and get through this without dying. That'll definitely help our chances. Oh, my cut's not registering. No, come on, bro. What is that? Did not mean to push there. Right past the auto guard. Move on. And that's the sort of thing you gotta do. You gotta harass, get around, that sort of thing. And always like, don't do what I did. Always watch your openings. Don't just be swinging out a measure like I just did there. And don't trade too with an opponent who will trade with you. That doesn't work either. Oh dear, that was a little scary actually. Boom. Alright, I might actually lose this one though, and then have to redo it. There we go. Switching up the tempo. Yendrick again. Let's get him. They should be free kills pretty much, because the AI is not going to attack in time, I don't think. Unlike a player who would easily stop what I'm trying to do. As I say that, of course, the AI does something smart. But, you know, that's what happens when you underestimate it. You gotta be very careful when doing that. Alright, yeah. You don't get very much for Ducats compared to survival for just winning these fights. It's really beating the boss, I imagine, that gets you that dough. Yeah, I wasn't doing too bad there. The AI is not paying enough attention, so you just walk forward and hit him. Oh no, what? Really? After all those hits? Oh man. Very smart by the AI actually to do that combo. Thankfully we haven't encountered any Yazuks yet. That's the one character I absolutely despise fighting. Primarily because he's still very broken. Wounds treatment? What? I won the fight though. Whatever. Anyway. Shouldn't be too hard as long as I mind the point. Like so. The AI responded pretty well to most of my fakes. That was well done. But couldn't stop the attack coming low. Muddy. Oh my god. I hate it when she ducks under that cut somehow without even moving. Oh. Cutting her head to pieces. Okay, we forced a double. It's not ideal though. Awesome. Okay, we gotta fight Samuel now. It's gonna be tough. I don't know. I guess you just gotta fence extremely cleanly and make use of that cancel mechanic. I think that's what Kubal's going for. Oh gosh. He forced me into a stun lock with that leg cut. Yeah, and that's also a weakness of my guards. Gotta watch those. And I can't just hit the head. Usually, in fencing, if you aim for someone's leg, an option that you can easily take is just aim for the head. Sometimes getting hit in the leg is terrible. It'll be lethal and whatnot. There's arteries there, but if you're desperate, you know, you can get away with just hitting the head. Oh my goodness, I got him. He's like, well landed. Something like that, and then he talks about how you're trained or something. I think that's what the translation is. I don't know Polish, but I recall seeing subtitles that said that, so. It'd be nice if Kubel added those. Oh my goodness. Yeah, therein lies the problem. The AI is actually really good at following those up, the boss AI. So any mistake will be punished severely. Oh, what? He was tired. What is that? Oh dear. Okay, I can still combo on him. I just gotta be careful. Alright. Oh, jeez. Nice fainting by the AI too. Damn, that was a fake by the AI. The AI did not intend to stab. Or hold long guard for that matter. He usually goes low. If I can... Oh, I probably could have hit him there. Didn't think he would overextend himself like that. Oh, past my auto guard. Nicely done by the AI. I got too close. Did I double them? No. Okay. Sometimes you can, even if you hit the armor. He just won't get stunned by it. That's... Alright, that move works well here. It's just short range. Alright, I think I've got something going. I gotta go for those active parries and hit him while covering myself so that I'm doing damage, but I'm not stunning him. But I'm at least doing damage and covering myself at the same time. Because simple parrying, the AI knows how to... Wow, that was one hit. I must have hit somewhere where the armor was not quite protecting him. He even got stunned a bit. But stuff like that, just that active defense, I think that's how you do this. Alright. It's doable. Alright, I got a hit. Oof. Oh, goodness. The AI is really good at targeting those weak spots. This is scary. I know what I know the opening he doesn't guard as well though. Oh no, don't grab me. That's the scary thing. He can charge in and just grab you in theory. If he wants to. Is that a double? Tell me it's a double. Okay. Jeez. Yeah, I'm getting the beat, the rhythm of this. He likes doing those heavy, like, rotation moves. Oh dear. Alright, he's got high guard up, so he's not actually tired. Okay, I took that hit. It was a slight hit. We got him. Now, this is where, in the boss runs, I actually often do die. And this is because I get overconfident. It's just something about him being unarmored makes you get your guard down. I don't know. So I gotta play this really safe. Okay, geez. He overextended there. That was good. So we got him. That was the second try. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's a tough boss, though. You gotta really fight intelligently, because you can't just strike anywhere armored and expect to stun him. So that's brilliant by Kobold, because that's how it works. If you're armored, those spots are not going to be particularly great areas to strike with a sword. And stunning him at all would be very lucky at best with a sword. So, sword will just skid off and do nothing. It'd be interesting if there was a mode where, you know, the armor just totally protected you and you know, no sword swing did any damage, but that would not, I don't think, be as fun. I think this is a good way of balancing it, where you can still do the damage, you just can't stun. So, because this is a platformer game where you can't aim anywhere near as precisely as you could in a game like Blade and Sorcery or something, or Hellsplit Arena. So, yeah, I'm really happy with this, actually. That forced me to think, forced me to use certain moves, and to use that active defense. I think I found the trick already to defeat the boss. Easier said than done, of course, but anyway. Let's try and unlock that character. Marquis. Okay. And I still have the Nimcha, so I think what happened here is it depends on what character you use. So you actually earn titles based on the character you use too. So that's really cool. You can show off your main. You can be like, hey man, I defeated Samuel at whatever level with this particular character, and it shows the sword that you used and everything. In my case, so it's really cool. Yeah, the coat of arms thing is definitely a neat addition as well. If anyone's watching, feel free to drop in a message in the chat. Say hello, whatever. So Jan is the one who got the new skin. Some people don't like it. I think it's great, actually. I don't mind. It looks different, of course. He looks like a bandit or a peasant. You know, he doesn't look particularly well-to-do, but I think that's part of the charm of it, isn't it? You know? Not every character needs to be a posh nobleman or a monk or, you know, that type of thing. So it's really good to see, I think. And we got the alternative Cossack outfit. Let me show that quickly. With Barabash that I unlocked. So I don't know this for sure, but this could be like the standard Cossack outfit. Like if in the story that might be the case. So that's kind of cool too. And yeah, someone commented on his shoes. They do look pretty nice. That sort of style of shoe seems pretty universal too. You do see that in the East as well. At least that particular shape for a shoe. You probably see it in the West as well, but that definitely looks like an Asiatic type thing as well as a Central European type thing, so it's kind of cool. Sometimes you line that with fur. It can be a really comfortable type of shoe. I don't know what it's called in Poland. It can be very comfortable for something like the winter, so very practical. Really good to see. Yeah, so I can show off my coat of arms. Let's see what it says if you hover over it. Title will improve with your wealth for new cats purchase. Alright. Yeah, so I have a noble title now. So, I'm curious what the highest level is. This is gold, so I don't know. I guess if you keep playing, you'd get a higher title potentially. You've owned the game since 2021 and it's fun watching me. Thank you, thank you. Much appreciated. Got through the boss on the second try, which I was really surprised by, actually. It seemed really tough, and it is tough, but you just have to approach it in a totally different way than you normally would. So. I'm not sure, I guess we'll do a bit of survival, perhaps. I might go back to arcade, but I'm gonna change it up a little. Also, let's change the music up. Let's put this off loop. And, let's play this. Or no, this isn't the one I was... Here we go. This is the one I was thinking of. I'm already in a run in survival, apparently, so... We'll... Oh, it doesn't bring you back to your character. That's fine. I think I was using Marie. Marie's a pretty good character for that. Anyway, glad you're enjoying the stream, guy. Let's see if we can break 50. I was happy that I got 50. I didn't get it on stream, I got it on my own. Because 49 is kind of a strange number, so it's kind of nice. I got it with Alexander, I believe. But Marie is also a very good pick for survival. Ah, the AI is actually smart in that instance. Oh dear. Yes, the AI beat down the thrust. Let's try Marie again. I'm gonna do a couple tries. If we don't get higher than 50, that's fine. 50 is a pretty impressive number to begin with, so. Another Marie. Okay, that was strange. Oh, we got through it. Next one. Yeah, and that's why Marie is a good pick. Because if you distance yourself just right, you'll do the most damage in the game. You'll reliably kill. Like so. Hit right to the heart. Kills pretty much every time. And you have reach. That's really the key there. Yeah, the AI of Zera is not particularly good. Still kind of scary though, because if you mess up, it'll punish you, but, you know. The AI doesn't seem to understand which moves are better than others. And Isabella there overthinking it, getting scared of my thrusts. Any competent player would have seen what I was doing and just rushed me down, I think. I was spamming thrust trying to land one. So. Yeah, and there's a good demonstration there of the damage Marie can do. Wounds treatment. Apparently you have to get treated for wounds even if you get hit but you don't die now. That's interesting. But yeah, that's my point there. Even you can potentially even trade with Zera if you're lucky. And sometimes wow, okay, so you get rewarded for a clean win versus one that's not so clean now. Before it used to be just, did you kill your opponent or not? So it's kind of cool. But he also reduced the penalty for the max penalty for losing, so it kind of balances out that way. Oh dear. Yeah, we gotta fight Yazuk in the survival. Gotta be very careful of him. Incortada seems more accurate now. Something seemed to have happened to it last update, but it's better now, so. Okay. Figured he was gonna stab. Okay, I'll take a double. Samuel is a pretty good counter to Marie, and the AI is actually doing something right here with the long guard. Alright. Oh, that's interesting, so I don't have to pay this time for wound treatment. I guess it's if you're wounded in the round, not if you've doubled or something. That's a bit different, I guess. I think I can just shoot in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that one. But, like, I think, yeah, if Yazard sidesteps, I can shoot in and stab him. So that's good. His guard's broken, but at least he has the long guard now to reliably stop those stabs. So that's good. Oh, come on, Marie. Okay, so the AI Samuel is actually doing something right there. That's interesting. Sometimes the AI shies away from thrust, other times it actually does do the right thing and try to long guard. And that's where you gotta get a bit crafty with how you do it. Oh, the AI did the counter to the double lunge. That was good. That was good. I assumed I had an easy kill there, but not quite. Alright, let's try Alexander. That's how a player would deal with it. For anyone watching, if you struggle with the double lunge, that's one potential counter. It's just one tool in Marie's arsenal. That was pretty intense. Isabella making the fight difficult, as often happens. She's a pretty tough character. Not OP, but very tough. One of my favorites, personally. As for Yazuk, thankfully certain moves do get through. You just gotta be quick with it. At this point, I'm just earning ducats for the sake of it while we're doing this, but oh well. It's really cool that the character matters a whole lot for the coat of arms, though. That's a good way to personalize it. Good follow-up by the AI. Yeah, sometimes the AI really does do some pretty neat things. Other times, not so much. That was actually really well played there. I'm not sure what happened there. Alright. How'd I manage to get good with him? It's just practice, honestly. I know that's kind of cliche, but I just practiced getting the rhythm of his footsies. And so without even really looking at his feet, I understand which foot's forward once I get my rhythm with him, so. Because certain moves are different depending on the foot forward, actually. That's something the game doesn't necessarily tell you, so. But you'll learn that as you play. I used to hate his footwork too, though, so I totally understand. He's a tough character to play, without a doubt. Mastering his combo potential is also difficult. He's a bit slow, he has a heavy blade, but once you master the combos, you can get him moving pretty well with the flow and stuff. Speaking of Alex, there's his theme right there. The African drums and the Polish singing, it's kind of a neat idea. I don't know who the composer is for Hellish Quart, but they did a really good job with that track, and many of the others too. Speaking of Alex too, because obviously the whole rhythm thing's important. Playing him on someone else's host is also a skill. You can imagine the rhythm, thanks to the delay, is a little bit different. So you gotta kind of master that as well. If you're playing on like a European host, if you're North American, or vice versa. Definitely tough. Calc. Oh dear, yeah, Calc is really scary for that reason. You mess up a little bit with Alex and it's over. It kind of holds true for him too, though. Alexander dominates up close against him, so. The AI responds well to Alex's new moves. That's good. Last thing we want is them to be able to cheese. So. Actually, I'm kind of curious. Does he respond? No, he doesn't. Okay. That might have been a fluke. Might have been a fluke. But still, that's more or less how you'd respond. You either hit first or you position yourself properly to defend. Alright, this will be the last survival run anyway, for real. I might do the difficult game, the most difficult boss fight again. For anyone who might have just got here, we did defeat the boss. We did it in 2 tries. 2 tries meaning 2 full like playthroughs. But we did get him, so relatively quickly. And I really like what Kubel did with him. You actually gotta have an understanding of all the game mechanics to win that with any reliability. And keeping in mind, you can't rely on stuns to stop him, which is really nice because that armor really does work as a result. Yeah, AI Endrick needs some work, I think. He often just stands there and gets hit. Okay. Zera's a bit scary. Ooh. Okay, my hand protection saved me there. Thankfully, there's a bunch of weight there, and there's brass protecting the knuckles and stuff, so. Hits to the hand are not always so devastating. And that was kind of neat how his high guard there blocked my thrust a little bit, but I still kind of snuck around. And then I scalped him completely. Oh no. I'm not sure how exactly he hit me hard enough to kill me, but that's okay. Still a pretty solid record against the AI, I would say. Let's try another run. And I think I might end the stream in a bit. It's been 45 minutes. Okay. That's not a whole lot of time, so we can go for, say, 20 minutes or so. More. Gotta do it with Alexander again. You get 6,000 ducats or something, by the way, for each victory in the hardest difficulty. So it's really worth it. Even if you really struggle against the boss, you'll get them eventually, and then you earn that 6,000, and that is a pretty damn good amount. He crashed through there. That was a little bit scary, but I was just far enough away that he could not land the hit. So he can beat my blade all he wants, but if I'm not actually in the way, it's not going to do a whole lot of good. So this track in the background, this is the Ottoman Galley track. Many of you might not have heard this before. It's not, I don't think it's actually in the game, but it is the track the composer made for the Ottoman Galley captain, so. Kind of a neat one, I think. Captures the vibe of a sailor, I think. Oh, okay. I thought she was gonna get a lightsaber scalp with that longsword, but she didn't, so that's good. Bit of an animation problem with Isabella, that's all it is. Nice, right through my auto guard. The AI is good at that sometimes, just finding that angle. Gotta be very careful but playing defensive. Alright, Bada Bash. I hope we get some more morale. Oh gosh. As I say that, I walk right into his blade. The AI actually responded well to me trying to stab him, so that's good to see. Yeah, I think that, in general, that move right there is a very good tool against the AI. The AI doesn't always deal with those sorts of active defenses very well, so. Yeah, that's good. As for Laszlo... Alright, he's shying away. Just don't want to get overzealous. Wow, that was maximum range. I don't know how he killed me there, but some lightsaber shenanigans. At least there was a double, not a win. But I lost a bunch of morale thanks to that. Oh dear. The AI knows how to deal with my combos, no. Or it just got lucky, either one. Gotta be a bit more careful. I think I'll just vary my game up a bit. Oh no. I can't be taking those doubles. What? I don't know how he blocked that, but oh well. I think I died. Yes, I did. Game over. Didn't even get to the boss. Look at that. Alright. What's my... Okay, so my title stays the same. That's good. I was gonna say, you shouldn't lose your title over that. Anyway. Let's try that again. AI reacting with long guard? That's kind of cool. Ugh. Can't be getting doubles. Alright. Oh my goodness, another double. Whoa, really? My blow didn't seem to come out. Thought that'd be like a double or something. He blocked while pushing. That's not good. Oh dear. Thankfully you don't lose to a double. You just lose morale up to 0. Oh, that's the title screen music. I'll go ahead and change the music after this fight. It's good and all, it's just not ideal for fight music. Oh god. Oh, what? Why did my blow not land? No! Oh dear. That's the issue when you fight the AI. If you get a whiff like that, it can just grab you. So, well, a player can too, of course, but the AI is really quick at that. So, turn on some of this music. Convenient AMV for that music. Gotta switch it up from Hellish Quart a little bit. Since I'm not making any money off this, of course, it's perfectly fine. At most, they'll just claim any profits this will make. But it's not gonna make anything, so. It's like with Sabaton, if I were to play Sabaton, it's the same thing. There we go, getting my rhythm back. You're taking some damage there, man. There it is. Oh, that was good effort, but that move's slow. He had the right idea, I think. Yeah, sometimes the response is good, but... Oh, gosh. Double. Sometimes the response is good, but done too slowly. A really slow move. But the idea behind it is solid. Sometimes that happens. Alright, Marie. Oh dear. She got a lucky break there with one of those swings. Oh no. Oh wow, that was a good response by the AI. Oh damn, past my long guard. Alright, you gotta be a little bit careful here. This matchup is a little bit tough. What? How did that miss? That was the easiest cut, Alex. Come on. Oh dear. No kill yet, but that must really hurt. No kill again. Oh man, that's okay. This thrust is not very good damage by design, so the idea is it's a setup move. It's not necessarily a killing move. It can kill, but the idea of it is to set up those combos. It's and Hard to master, very rewarding. Yeah, exactly. That's the beauty of the game is that anyone can pick it up, but to master the game takes some dedication for sure. And when you do master the game and you see two people who are really good at it, you see some amazing duels. Anyway, I'll see you all next time.